and thereafter we'll move into the closing sessions. I'll just hold until our Honorable Minister is settled in, and then I'll officially request that we have the anthems. Technical team, anthems please. If we could remain standing, I want to invite my colleague, Professor Lutaya, to come and lead us in a very short word of prayer. So, Prof. Mahmoud Lutaya, I know he was, I'm just trying to check. And Dr. Rose, if he's not near you, you could do the honors. May we remain upstanding, ladies and gentlemen, for a word of prayer.
Let's pray. Father in heaven, we thank you for today. We thank you for this week. We thank you, Lord, for this Congress, for all that you've enabled us to achieve. We give you glory. We ask, Lord, that as we draw this to a close, you continue to inspire us, to challenge us, to be more innovative, and to ensure that as we look to the future, we'll ensure water and sanitation for all. We pray, Lord, for all those who will be traveling back home, that you will grant them journey mercies. In your name we have prayed. Amen.
Please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Dr. Rose. Ladies and gentlemen, please note we will have both languages used at this closing session, and so you will need a gadget to be able to get the translation. We have French on channel 2 and English on channel 1, right? And that will be the way we proceed, because we may have some speakers who will be speaking in French and vice versa. Our chief guest, the Honorable Minister of Water and Environment of the Republic of Uganda, the AfWASA President and also Managing Director of the National Water and Sewerage Corporation, the AfWASA Executive team led here by the Managing Director, our host board, the National Water and Sewerage Corporation Board, and the chair is here, and your team, Your Excellencies, the ambassadors who are here, our sponsors and partners, including our very strategic partners, the heads of the different departments and agencies of government, your worships, the mayors who are here present, the CEOs and Director Generals of the different African utilities, our delegates and exhibitors, and the Fourth Estate, members of the media. It gives me great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome you to this closing session of our 22nd African Water Sanitation Association International Congress and Exhibition 2025. I thought we'd all appreciate the Congress thus far. Can we clap and appreciate the organization for a job well done? Honorable Minister, I wanted the team to know that our chief guest this morning is a dear friend of the environment. For those of you who have never seen the profile of our Honorable Minister, she's a fighter for this environment, and she never has let her guard down to protect and fight our environment. I wanted us to warmly receive, and I appreciate her as she stands for recognition, the Honorable Beatrice Anyoa. Please stand for recognition. In other circles, for those of you just joining us, she's called Mama Mabira. And you could ask or check or Google her name and you'll know why she's called that. And so clearly a clear fighter and the right person to help us close this Congress. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this closing session. And Your Excellency, the President of AfWASA, I have been testing the feedback from your delegates. I was told the first things first, the environment at Munyonyo, it felt like they were in heaven. Surrounded by Africa's freshest water lake. They ate the best fish in the world from the fresh water lake. They tasted the best pineapple in the world when they were having breakfast every day. You see the delegates agree. I am wondering why you're not clapping. I am saying all the feedback you gave me, guys. And our chief guest, I was also sampling those who went out for dinner yesterday, and they said they had never danced their legs tired like they did yesterday. In fact, one of the highlights, and we are going to share the highlights of the Congress, is that the chairman of the National Water and Sewerage Corporation Board was the chief dancer last night. And he did a fantastic job. Engineer, you did a fantastic job. Thank you so much. May we now have our highlights video for this, the 22nd Congress. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. Our chief guest, there is evidence that we had a great time last night, and I want to appreciate all the delegates for ensuring we had a lot of fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, very shortly we'll have the Congress outcomes and declaration, and I want to take the singular honor and pleasure of inviting Dr. Rose Kagwa, our program committee chair, to take us through the Congress outcomes and declaration.
Our Honorable Minister of Water and Environment and our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen of protocol observed, this is a result not only for us as the program committee, but for all of you. I think you need to give yourselves a very big clap. I'll briefly highlight the statistics of the Congress, what we have resolved as a group. With the exhibition, we had a total area coverage of 3,800 square meters, making it one of the largest of the AfWASA Congresses, 116 exhibiting companies from 40 countries, drawing together 236 exhibitors. We want to thank NGC, the exhibiting company, for a job well done. The number of participants is at 2,200 from 67 countries. We had 28 sponsors, 8 strategic partners. Please clap for our sponsors and strategic partners. Led by Grundfos, thank you very much. We had a water walk to demonstrate what the African woman and child go through on a daily basis, and about 150 of you participated in that and walked all the way to Gabawan. Thank you very much. In terms of the session statistics, we had 10 keynote speakers who gave us very inspiring talks. We had 1 debate, the intergeneration debate, which our chief guest, I must say, was won by the young water professionals. We had 2 plenaries on Tuesday and Wednesday, and we had a ministerial dialogue as well. We had 4 high-level dialogues, and across the 2 days, we had 58 sessions, 300 presentations. I think you need to clap for yourselves, because at no one time was any room empty. We had an operational challenge that took place with 5 teams performing, and this was sponsored by Grundfos, by PAM Sangobe, and the NWSC. Thank you to the sponsors and to the teams that tussled it out. A job well done. With regard to the tracks, we had 6 tracks, and these are the main outcomes. Under climate change and integrated water resource management, we have resolved to effectively incorporate climate change resilient options into the design, development, and operation of water and sanitation infrastructure. Promote equitable and sustainable use of water resources. Scale environment and catchment protection and restoration interventions. Under the water management track, we have resolved to strengthen utility management across all segments, including urban, rural poor, and other vulnerable communities. Adopt innovative and appropriate management frameworks to maintain high functionality and improve the sustainability of water supply schemes and systems. And under AMCAO, we are committed to the post-Africa water vision for 2025 and to the achievement of Agenda 2063. But as I say that, many of us will have exited the room by 2063, and we'll leave that to the younger generation. Under sanitation management, we resolve to accelerate sanitation access and coverage through innovative financing mechanisms, appropriate technology adoption, and complementary partnerships and collaborations. Strengthen sanitation information management to support planning, resource mobilization, management, and accountability for sanitation service delivery. And lastly, scale fecal sludge treatment facilities in view of the significant non-sewered sanitation segment. Under the track Capacity Development, Communication and Partnerships, the newly established African Water and Sanitation Academy here in Uganda should ensure relevant, equitable, and cost-effective capacity building programs for the member and partnering utilities. And during this week, a lot of discussion has gone on among partners in Africa and outside Africa to support this. Strengthen the existing partnerships and collaborations and promote well-designed new partnerships and collaborations so as to maximize impact in relation to utility performance, service delivery, and increased service coverage. Governance and financing. Improve utility performance and operational efficiency as one of the measures to reduce the financing gaps. Take advantage and make use of the financing products offered by financiers and development partners. Explore financing through borrowing from the domestic financial markets in view of the advantages related to this option. And in that, we are trying to move away from dependency on donor funding. Effectively engage stakeholders so to have more enabling regulatory environments to support implementation of better cost-efficient, reflective tariffs. And as I said before, work towards, and maybe we will add run towards reduction in dependence on aid. And lastly, under governance and financing, work towards establishing and maintaining adaptive, accountable, and transformational leadership in all utilities and the water and sanitation sector at large. And lastly, under the track research, technology, and innovation, commit investments into research and innovation, embrace digital transformations in the utility processes based on the actual utility needs and sector needs, and adopt a do-it-yourself policy. Water and sanitation for all, a secure future for Africa. Thank you very much.
Surely that's not good enough for an entire Kampala declaration. Can we warmly receive the declaration and outcomes? Thank you very much, Dr. Rose. May I now take the honor of requesting, first of all, before I invite our principal sponsor, that we appreciate all our sponsors. Can we at least appreciate all the partners who ensured we had a very successful 22nd Congress? Thank you so much, principal sponsors and other sponsors, for ensuring we had a very successful 22nd Congress. May I now take the pleasure of inviting our principal sponsor, Grand Force, to come and make some remarks. I'll invite Anis and David to come and make their remarks.
Honorable Beatrice Anyanwa, State Minister for Environment, Excellencies, Honorable distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. What a week. Firstly, a huge thank you to AfWASA, the current president and the new, to the AfWASA executive team, our hosts, National Water, the organization committee, and in particular, Dr. Rose Kagwa, who is in fact the reason that Grundfos decided to support this event after we met in Copenhagen in 2022, and she explained her vision of how she wanted this event to go. I actually come from Malawi, and we claim that we are the warm heart of Africa. But I have to say, this week, Uganda actually showed us unparalleled warmth and welcomed us. So thank you very much. We've set the bar very high for the next AfWASA event in Cameroon, and I hope that actually we continue what has been a great tradition. So David, tell me what your takeaways are from this week.
Thank you, Anis. It's been a fantastic week, lots of learning. But if there was one thing I would say taking away with me, it's about innovation. And innovation is not just the technologies, because of course already we have technologies, but I have learned in this gathering, we are talking a lot more about new ways of doing things, not what we have been doing in the past. And this could be also about new business models, how we raise financing, how we use data, how we incorporate digitalization into our activities, how we use that to get better efficiencies, how we make our water utilities sustainable using all this data, analytics, new business models. So innovation could really stretch across the whole spectrum. And I think for me, this is my takeaway. I just want also to really say I look forward to the next Congress in Cameroon, because I think it's important that we keep the momentum going on the learnings that we have actually achieved this week. Thank you very much, Anis.
So the last word is we look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Grand Force, for the incoming team. That's a commitment from Grand Force that they will be with you at the next Congress. And so clearly the first check has already been signed. I can see that. Thank you very much, Grand Force. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like now to invite the AfWASA Executive Director, Oliver Gosso, to come and make his remarks. You're most welcome, sir. Can we warmly welcome the Executive Director, ladies and gentlemen? And this is the time when you pick your gadgets, right? So, because Oliver, it would be nice to hear some of your French again.
Thank you. Merci, Monsieur le maître de cérémonie. Avant de commencer, je voudrais, au nom de l'Association africaine de l'eau, remercier Grand Force. Remercier Grand Force pour la fin de leur intervention, ce qu'ils nous ont dit à l'année prochaine. Ça veut dire qu'ils seront encore principaux ou sponsors leaders du prochain congrès. Je voudrais qu'on les applaudisse. Honorable Madame la représentante du ministre de l'Environnement et de l'Eau de l'Ouganda, honorable ministre, Messieurs les représentants du corps diplomatique et des institutions, Monsieur le Président de l'Association africaine de l'eau, Messieurs les membres du comité de direction de l'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement, chers invités, distingués participants, chers amis de la presse, tout protocole observé, mesdames et messieurs, nous venons de conclure 6 jours d'intenses travaux ayant offert une vision globale et éclairée de la situation de l'eau et de l'assainissement en Afrique sous le thème « Eau et assainissement pour tous », un avenir sûr pour l'Afrique. Je pense que les résultats, les actes du Congrès présentés par Dr Rose tout à l'heure témoignent de l'efficacité, de l'efficience de ce Congrès qui est d'ores et déjà une réussite pour nous. Honorable Madame la représentante du ministre de l'Environnement et de l'Eau, nous vous prions de bien vouloir transmettre à son Excellence, Monsieur le Président de la République de l'Ouganda, l'expression de notre reconnaissance infinie pour avoir permis que se tienne sur le sol ougandais ce 22e Congrès international et exposition de l'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement. Votre présence témoigne de l'engagement indéfectible du gouvernement ougandais à soutenir notre plaidoyer auprès des gouvernements africains et des partenaires au développement en vue d'équiper notre organisation des moyens nécessaires pour concrétiser notre ambition, offrir un service d'eau et d'assainissement adéquat et de qualité à l'ensemble des populations africaines. Nous adressons nos remerciements les plus sincères à tous ceux qui ont contribué à la réussite de cet événement majeur. Les sponsors, et particulièrement Greenforce, sponsor principal, les partenaires techniques et financiers, notamment la Fondation Gates, la Banque africaine de développement. Nous exprimons notre gratitude particulièrement à National Water, qui, par la réactivité et le professionnalisme de son comité local, a su répondre avec brio à notre demande, malgré un délai très court. Dr Silver, directeur général de National et président du Congrès, votre engagement réaffirme, une fois encore, votre attachement aux activités de notre organisation commune. Mesdames et messieurs, nos travaux ont débuté le samedi 15 février 2025 par une réunion du comité de direction et une assemblée générale qui ont permis, conformément à nos statuts, de renouveler les organes de notre association. Ainsi, au terme de ce congrès, le docteur Blaise Moussa, directeur général de la Camp Water du Cameroun, succédera à M. Sylvain Mugisha à la présidence de l'AAE pour la période 2025-2027. Nous tenons également à remercier l'ensemble des participants, délégués, exposants, et tout particulièrement les journalistes venus de divers horizons africains qui ont élu, à l'issue de leurs travaux, M. Moussa Thiam du Sénégal, président de l'Association panafricaine. Si nous ne prétendons pas disposer d'une baguette magique pour résoudre l'ensemble des défis liés à l'eau et à l'assainissement en Afrique, l'engagement de chacun nous a permis d'aborder de manière exhaustive les enjeux du secteur. Nous saluons les efforts déployés par l'ensemble des acteurs pour satisfaire les besoins des populations, tout en reconnaissant que des actions supplémentaires demeurent indispensables pour optimiser leurs performances, renforcer leurs capacités et améliorer durablement les conditions de vie. Avant la cérémonie d'ouverture officielle, plusieurs activités pré-congrès ont animé nos journées, notamment le Forum des femmes et des jeunes professionnels de l'eau et de l'assainissement, ainsi que des ateliers à destination des journalistes et des acteurs intervenant dans le milieu rural. Par ailleurs, nous avons procédé à une cérémonie officielle d'inauguration de l'exposition, remarquable par la qualité de ses exposants. C'est l'occasion d'inviter ceux qui ne sont pas encore membres de l'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement à rejoindre nos rangs en tant que membres actifs, affiliés ou individuels. La grande innovation de ce congrès fut sans conteste la tenue d'un panel intergénérationnel de haut niveau, véritable catalyseur d'idées pour l'avenir du secteur. Nous réitérons notre gratitude envers le gouvernement ougandais et à l'ensemble des parties prenantes qui ont contribué au succès de cet événement. Honorable Madame la représentante du ministre de l'eau et de l'environnement de l'Ouganda, je voudrais simplement vous dire que est-ce qu'il est possible d'imaginer une vie sans l'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement et de ne pas avoir un congrès de cette dimension. Alors, avant de conclure, permettez-moi de convier officiellement à notre prochain congrès qui se tiendra en février 2026 à Yaoundé, au Cameroun, toute la communauté mondiale et particulièrement africaine du secteur de l'eau et de l'assainissement à participer activement à cet événement. Je vous remercie.
Thank you very much, Executive Director. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to once again appreciate the Executive Director and his team for another successful Congress. And Executive Director, I would be surprised if there's still people in this room who are not very active members of AfWASA. It's very surprising, and I'm glad you mentioned that that's an opportunity for them to be able to join this very active and very proactive organization that continues to spearhead access to water for our people. And it's clearly a clear message from the Executive Director. I want to move to a very important activity, and I want to honestly request that you will be witnessing two things. The current president of AfWASA, Dr. Engineer Silva Mugisha, will make his remarks, and thereafter he'll officially hand over to the incoming president of AfWASA. So shortly we will witness those two activities, and thereafter I'll ask that the president takes charge of the following events after that. So for me now, I want to take the singular honor of inviting our president, the president of AfWASA, to come and make his remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Engineer Silva Mugisha.
Thank you very much, Maurice. Our chief guest, the Honorable Minister of Water and Environment, the Board of National Water, headed by the chairman of the board of AfWASA, headed by me for now, and to be headed by somebody I'm going to hand over very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest, I have 5 things that make me very happy today. The first one is that we have succeeded in maintaining the tradition of AfWASA of holding regular congresses like this. I want all of you to clap for yourself for having this successful AfWASA Congress. 2, I'm very happy that the objective of networking and learning was achieved through this Congress, through various presentations, very, very exciting presentations, touching the current challenges that are facing the water and sanitation sector. So we want to thank you very much, those who contributed in terms of presentations and discussions. 3, we've been able to witness modern technologies through exhibitions, and I'm sure all of us have been able to formulate within their minds some of the things they can use to make their utilities better. 4, we are going to witness a successful transition from my leadership to the one who is coming. It is a very common event that happens. If the one who is coming succeeds in the next 2 years, he will not succeed after 4 years. After 4 years, he will be doing exactly what I'm doing. So for me, I'm very happy that this successful transition is happening. We had it in the board, we had it in the AGM, we are going to have it now at the closer of this Congress. Lastly, we had a hospitality objective. We wanted to show you that this country is very good. It receives the people, it makes them happy. So I'm sure you must have enjoyed our nice weather. You must have enjoyed the happiness and warmth of Ugandans. So I want to thank you for that, especially my colleagues from Uganda. I want to thank the government of the Republic of Uganda, headed by His Excellency General Y.K. Museveni, who has made this country very hospitable, very secure for people to come and enjoy. 2, I want to thank our Ministry of Water and Environment, represented by the Honorable Minister here. They give us guidance, political guidance, and they make things happen. I want to thank the board and management of AfWASA and National Water for the key inputs they put in to have this successful Congress. I want to thank the program committee and the local organizing committee, headed by Engineer Johnson Amayo and Dr. Rose Kagwa, and team for making this successful Congress. I want to thank the sponsors. They have been thanked, headed by Ground Force as the principal sponsor, who has pledged to be the principal sponsor even for Cameroon. I hope you succeed. There might be some people there who want to offer more money than you, so you need to pray to God that you succeed in that. But this is already a very good start. And lastly, I want to thank all of you, exhibitors, participants, for hearing our call and coming to attend the Congress. The media is most often forgotten. We don't want to forget you, because it is you that have made this activity visible here and outside here. So I want to thank you very much. I will take this singular honor to call my colleague, whom I'm going to hand over to, and then request him to say a word. He already said many words in the board and the AGM. So I want to call upon him, Dr. Blaise, please come. And I want to be guided on how to hand over. Stella, can you hurry up? Hurry up with that thing.
Your Excellency, President Dr. Engineer Silva, in the African culture, when you hand over, you must protect the recipient of the office. The very first thing is you're going to dress him, and I'll ask Sarah to dress him in our cultural way, which is a blessing. I don't know if we have our other people, but the forefathers will be ahead of you, Cameroon. And so that is us protecting you and dressing you for the new role. And shortly, our outgoing president will then provide you with the instruments of power.
And as they dress you, enjoy the warmth of Ugandans.
That could only be said by the president. That's not mine to say. I totally agree, Mr. President.
No, even if I ask the chief guest, she will say exactly what I've said. Ugandans are warm.
All right, so shortly, Your Excellency, you will then hand over the instruments of power and will come to the center so that everyone can witness the incoming president receiving the powers of the office.
These things I'm going to hand over, they are normally used by our presidents. So, but this does not make you the president of Uganda. You are the president of a smaller thing. Then this one is not for you to spare anybody, but it is for you not to fear to take tough decisions in the board. So you see he has now taken over. You can see how he was grabbing instruments of power from me. Now let me ask him to come and say a word to express his power now. You are welcome.
Thank you, my friend and elder brother, Dr. Engineer Sylvain Mukesha. I'm very happy to take the oath, but not the power, but simply to be at the service. I think we have to be at the service. We have been at the service, and I really thank you for the fact that you have been a very magnificent president. Thank you. As I said yesterday, you ushered me to this presidency by taking me hand in glove towards the many paths we crossed up to now. I'm very happy to take the oath and to say that we will be together all over the different stages we have to run. Bon, merci. Je voudrais ici, Madame le ministre de l'Eau et de l'Environnement, Monsieur le Président sortant, et nos statuts disent qu'il est membre honoraire de l'Association de l'eau et de l'assainissement, de droit. Monsieur le directeur exécutif, d'abord, Monsieur le Président du Conseil d'administration de la National Water and Sewerage Company, Mesdames et Messieurs les membres du comité de direction de notre association, Mesdames et Messieurs les sponsors, et au premier rang desquels Grundfos, Mesdames et Messieurs les délégués exposants, chers partenaires, distingués invités, en vos rangs et grades respectifs. Je suis particulièrement heureux de prendre la parole ici en ce jour en tant que nouveau président de l'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement. C'est un très grand honneur pour moi de présider aux destinées de cette association qui œuvre pour l'amélioration des performances des sociétés d'eau, de leurs partenaires, mais également pour la satisfaction des besoins des cibles finales de l'eau et de l'assainissement. Je saisis cette occasion pour commencer à l'effet de remercier le président de la République du Cameroun, son Excellence M. Paul Biya, qui m'a autorisé à présenter ma candidature. J'étends ces remerciements à tous les membres de l'Assemblée générale de notre association qui ont mis leur confiance en ma modeste personne. Mes profonds remerciements vont également à l'endroit des autorités ougandaises et plus particulièrement à son Excellence, Monsieur le Général Yoweri Museveni, président de la République de l'Ouganda. Celui-là même qui a marqué son accord pour la tenue de cet événement majeur pour les sociétés d'eau et d'assainissement d'Afrique. Je profite pour vanter les qualités humaines, l'hospitalité et la chaleur du peuple ougandais. Je ne manquerai pas de féliciter mon prédécesseur, Dr Sylvain Mugisha, pour son engagement incessant à la cause de l'eau et de l'assainissement. Il a su mener à bien les rênes de l'association qui connaît aujourd'hui de nombreuses évolutions et un rayonnement certain. En ce jour, je m'engage à poursuivre l'immense œuvre entamée par mon prédécesseur et le comité de direction. Je vais aussi saluer l'œuvre du CST. Je m'engage à redoubler d'efforts pour renforcer la position des leaders de l'AEA dans le secteur de l'eau et de l'assainissement en Afrique et dans le monde. Comme vous le savez, l'accès aux services d'eau et d'assainissement est un droit fondamental pour la dignité humaine. Aussi devons-nous, à l'AEA, accélérer les actions pour l'atteinte de l'objectif de développement durable numéro 6 des Nations Unies. Je compte sur vous tous pour qu'ensemble nous relevions ce défi. Je ne saurais terminer mon propos sans redire un grand bravo à Dr Sylvain Mugisha, à la National Water and Sewerage Corporation et à toute son équipe du comité d'organisation qui a travaillé d'arrache-pied pour la réussite de ce congrès. Félicitations encore pour cette brillante organisation. Dans le chapitre des perspectives, nous allons travailler à poursuivre cette œuvre engagée par nos prédécesseurs. Il s'agira notamment de faire en sorte que les programmes soient plus vigoureux, de renforcer les partenariats, de renforcer le membership, de faire ancrer l'association dans les régions, de ramener plus de membres des 3 catégories, les membres sociétés d'eau. J'ai rendez-vous par exemple avec l'Égypte lundi, le Nigeria et beaucoup d'autres. Il faut qu'on les ramène. C'est la Maison Afrique. Nous allons travailler également à ce que l'académie qui a été mise sur pied ici et dont le siège est ici à Kampala prenne corps effectivement et qu'elle démarre. Et nous avons prévu que cette académie soit aussi représentée dans les autres régions. Nous allons donc travailler pour que cela soit possible. Nous avons commencé les discussions avec certains partenaires, donc la Banque africaine de développement, pour envisager un soutien plus important, plus direct, plus flexible aux sociétés d'eau, surtout en ce qui concerne le renforcement de l'accès à l'eau potable et à l'assainissement. Donc, des appuis directs, nous les négocions. Nous allons aussi discuter notre présence auprès de l'Union africaine. L'Union africaine, c'est une union pour les peuples. L'eau, c'est la vie, le peuple, c'est la vie. Il faut que l'Association africaine de l'eau et de l'assainissement soit plus présente auprès de l'Union africaine. Nous allons poursuivre la mise en œuvre du plan stratégique de l'AEA et, il faut le dire, nous sommes ouverts à plus d'idées. Nous voulons que les sociétés d'eau africaines les plus puissantes, les plus importantes, aillent au-delà de leur cotisation de membres pour permettre à l'AEA d'apporter plus de services aux membres. J'aimerais interpeller mon ami de la Handover. L'Afrique du Sud a toujours su jouer un rôle de leader. Allons au-delà des cotisations. Voilà. Notre feuille de route est dense et nous comptons sur l'implication de tous les acteurs de l'AEA afin d'atteindre les objectifs escomptés. En février 2026, le Cameroun accueillera la 23e édition du Congrès international et exposition de l'AEA. Je vous souhaite d'avance une chaleureuse bienvenue à Yaoundé, capitale du Cameroun. Le Cameroun, c'est l'Afrique en miniature, pays des lions indomptables. Nous espérons une organisation à la hauteur au moins de Kampala. Et pour cela, Monsieur le Président Sylvain Mugisha, nous allons faire comme dans d'autres organisations. Je vais envoyer l'équipe, le comité d'organisation, venir faire un séjour d'imprégnation ici Et s'il vous plaît, rendez disponibles vos experts pour nous accompagner. Mesdames et messieurs, je vous remercie de votre attention et vous donne rendez-vous à Yaoundé en février 2026. Venez nombreux. Merci beaucoup.
Okay. Now, just a moment. First go back. Hey. Can I call Engineer Mahmoud? I want to get the STC presidents, Engineer Mahmoud and Geraldine. Engineer Mahmoud and Geraldine, where are they? Engineer Mahmoud. So, our chief guest, those two are going to, Engineer Mahmoud is the new president of the Strategic and Technological Council of AfWASA. Geraldine is the vice. So I just want the new president to also commission that team, because you need that team to deliver what you said. So come back on the mic and commission that team as well.
J. Mahmoud, Mrs. Mpuma Logmo, consider that you are officially commissioned to your function. Thank you, Lord.
All right, before Cameroon takes over, allow me to request the outgoing president and the current president to take a picture. Geraldine and Prof, your time is finished. You've been commissioned. You go and work. Oh, okay. Geraldine, please come back. The first photo, you've been allowed. No, hold the flag. It's allowed. We want to make sure the flag, And shortly, the outgoing president and the incoming president will hold a photo in the middle, and we can show the flight from Kampala to Yaoundé, and that will be the graphic we will have at the front on the screen. All right. Thank you, Geraldine and Engineer Mahmoud. So may I have our presidents? Can we have the flight? There you go. Your Excellency is in the middle, where the line is, somewhere in the middle. Cameraman, can you show them where the middle is, so that these are my president. In the middle, there, yes, there you go. Okay, so you have our flight from Kampala to Yaoundé. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a warm reception. All right, Team Cameroon, now you can join. Team Cameroon.
Okay, I think you can go now. You can go. You can go as we invite the chief guest to deliver her word now. Thank you. Thank you. Can I now take this singular honor to invite our chief guest, to come and deliver her speech. Let's give her a big, big welcome as she delivers her speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Good afternoon. Habari ya siku mingi. How do you greet in French? Bonjour. Bonjour. You're welcome. Thank you, my MD. And Maurice, for moderating this very important meeting. I'm indeed delighted to join you as we close this function. We are really closing the 22nd African Water and Sanitation Association International Congress and Exhibition 2022. Your Excellencies, the ambassadors of the diplomatic corps, the honorable members of parliament present, the AFWASA, the board, the president, the incoming and outcoming, and the board, the IWA president and the board members present, development and bilateral partners, the National Water and Sewerage Board led by the chairman of the board and the senior management that are present here, the distinguished Congress delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from government, from His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, and I equally bring you greetings from my senior minister, Honorable Sam Chaptoris, who is disposed, would have wished to be here with you to come and share the light moment. Really, I want to say I'm very happy because I can see the hard work, the delightment, the interaction. Asante sana. It is of great honor, therefore, for me to preside over the closing ceremony of the 22nd International Congress AfWASA and Exhibition 2025 under the theme, Water and Sanitation for All, a Secure Future for Africa. For me as a lady, water is something different. It's life. And I know the ladies has the passion, not that the men don't have, but women, we are very passionate about this. This Congress was indeed timely, given that the fact that Africa is faced with challenges of rapid urbanization and population growth, climate change, and decreasing financing of the water and sanitation sector. These challenges require a collaboration between the various actors in the water and sanitation sector in seeking innovative and sustainable solutions. I'm glad to note that the 22nd African Water and Sanitation International Congress and Exhibition 2025 attracted delegates from over 80 countries from Africa and beyond, and they are of various backgrounds, namely, the policymakers are here with us, The utility managers are here with us, regulators, scientists, manufacturers, contractors, suppliers, and experts in the water and sanitation sector from the African continent and beyond. I wish to commend you for the dedicated effort you have made in the last 5 days, during which you deliberated on topic issues of significant interest to the government policymakers, researchers, water specialists, operators, service providers, industrialists, manufacturers, consumers, and civil society organizations. I've been informed that the Congress also attracted a large number of exhibitors from across the world who have been able to showcase the latest and the best water and sanitation technological products. This we need to clap for ourselves. Ladies and gentlemen, the social event and the planned technological visit as part of the Congress program, no doubt, gives our foreign delegates the opportunity to discover the rich cultural heritage of Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, and the recent development in the water and sanitation infrastructure in Uganda. Ugandans are really hospitable and they are warm people, as it has already been alluded. It is my belief that you were able to feel the warmth, feel at home in our nation, and you'll go back with good memories during your short stay in Uganda as a beautiful country, and this should attract you to come back more often. Friends, going back to the theme of the 22nd International Congress and Exhibition, AAECIE 2025, a water secure Africa, calls for bold steps to deal with the challenges of rapid population growth, urbanization, climate change, and water and sanitation infrastructure financing through innovative solutions. I'm happy to observe, therefore, that this 22nd AfWASA International Congress and Exhibition 2025 has wholesomely addressed the key areas that can enhance a secure future for Africa, considering the following thematic areas that and this includes climate change and integrated water resource management, water management, sanitation management, government, communication and partnership, governance and financing, research, technology, and innovation. It is worth noting that one of the key priority areas of the government of the Republic of Uganda, as enshrined in the 4th National Development Plan, NDP-4, is capacity development and skills enhancement of Ugandan workforce. It is against this background, therefore, that Cabinet recently approved the establishment of the Africa Water and Sanitation Academy, AAECIE, and that it is to be hosted by National Water and Sewerage Corporation in Uganda. We supported this, there were no reservations, and we are now starting to see the fruits of it. The launch of the Academy on Sunday, 16th February 2025, by the Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, on behalf of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, is a key milestone in the implementation of the NDP 4, and we take pride of this development and sincerely thank AfWASA board and executive for choosing Uganda to be the host of AAECIE. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past 5 days that you have shared knowledge, experiences, and innovations from around the world. You have discussed the latest research, technologies, and policies that can help us achieve our goal of a water-secure Africa. You have also heard of powerful testimonies from our communities and from individuals during the pre-conference activities in respect to sustainable provision of water and sanitation services in Africa. You have subsequently come up with a number of take-homes through the conference deliberations and interactions. As we leave this conference, I'm optimistic, and I urge you to remember that our work is far from over. We have millions of people still lacking access to basic water and sanitation services, and the consequences are devastating. Waterborne diseases, malnutrition, and poverty are just a few of the many challenges that we must address. Nevertheless, I'm optimistic that the Congress outcomes will shape the way the African governments can address the challenges at hand, given the passion, commitment, and expertise that exist within the delegates. The innovative solutions, the collaborative spirit, and determination to make a difference are really visible, and I want to thank you. We must also remember that the elephant in the house is not just about providing water and sanitation services, but it is about promoting environment sustainability, climate resilience, and equitable service, amongst others. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to express my deepest gratitude to my government of the Republic of Uganda, under the leadership of the able, visionary leader, His Excellency, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for providing the enabling environment for advancing the water and sanitation cause in the country, Uganda. Not to forget to say that the peace that prevails and enables us sit here comfortable and assured of our stay cannot be taken for granted. I'd like to thank the organizers, the sponsors, development partners, the speakers, participants, and all other stakeholders for your respective contributions that has made this Congress a success. As we depart, let's carry a momentum and the energy we have gathered during this Congress forward in order to achieve our aspiration enshrined in the Congress theme, water and sanitation for all, a secure future for Africa. Let's continue to work together, share our knowledge, and push for a world where everyone has access to safe water and sanitation. Dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, as you travel back to your respective countries and destinations, I really want to wish you journey masses with sweet memories of the Pearl of Africa, Uganda, that we meet sooner than we expected. The flight is showing that the next flight should be leading us to Cameroon. I've been there, I cherish that. Even what I'm putting on, I bought it from Cameroon. And we enshrine the brotherhood and the unity of our continent, Africa. For God and my country, I want to declare this 22nd AfWASA International Congress and Exhibition 2025 closed. Walk in peace. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please appreciate the Honorable Minister. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. You may now take your seats. We will shortly have a vote of thanks, but I'll also let the media know that shortly after the anthems, we will have some photos here, and then I'll invite the key stakeholders to join us for a press briefing. That will happen here in the room, and that's immediately after the anthems have been played. So members of the media, please stay with us. As the other delegates will depart, you will stay for the press conference. May I now invite Engineer Badru Chigundu to come and give a vote of thanks on behalf of the National Water and Sewage Corporation Board. Ladies and gentlemen, our chairman.
Our guest of honor, Honorable Minister of Water and Environment, AfWASA leadership, leaderships from all other organizations which have come together to really make this event as colorful, as successful as it is looking. Our sponsors, led by Grand Force. We'd like to thank all of you, delegates, that have come from near and far. We want to thank you for making this journey and concluding it here in Kampala and coming through with such a successful conference. Remember, success is a journey, so we are still walking that journey. And remember, in the words of the minister, there are millions of Africans who still need that clean water and sanitation. Honorable Minister, I want to thank you specifically for finding time out of your hectic schedule to come up here and give us the honorable closure of this conference. I want to thank the leadership of Uganda, particularly the president, who with his cabinet approved the hosting of this conference in Uganda. And I request the minister to extend that thanks to him when you get close to addressing as you have represented your ministry. I want to thank the Almighty. I should have started with that, but this time I've done it the reverse order. All of you, when I look at the faces that are facing me, you all look happy. Why? Because that upline decided, first of all, that you'll be here in Uganda, you stay with us in the 4 or 5 days, you'll enjoy, I hope you call them special dishes in Uganda, and I hope it's an indirect invitation for you to return, either as a visitor or for other technical matter. Once again, I want to thank AfWASA board that did approve the coming of AfWASA 2022 conference in Uganda. And I want to thank National Water and Sewage Corporation management to have ably brought that report to the board that I chair, and we had no problem but to approve the coming of this conference, of course, after the government approved it. Financiers, thanks for having those heavy pockets. Please continue keeping those pockets heavy so that you can support events like this one. As we've seen the first promise, the successive promise for Cameroon. And I think my dear sister from Malawi will live to that. God bless you all, and as you travel to and fro Uganda, particularly from Uganda back home, and some of you who are still around, enjoy the beauties of this country. The organizing committee, finally, thank you very much. You've made us proud. I can't move away and not thank Maurice Mugisha. He's at the top of the media industry in this country. Thank you so much for making this very lively. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Chairman, just to mention, my colleague from Cameroon is also here. We met in the UK last year. And so clearly Cameroon was ready for the handover because they brought the whole head of the national broadcaster to AfWASA. So I know my colleague is here, so he's warmly welcome and he's attending this Congress. Just before I request for the anthems, there is those of you who are taking the various trips to the different sites. The very first trip is this afternoon to the Nachivuo Water Waste Treatment Plant and Central Labs in Bugolobi. Please note that the transportation will depart here at exactly 1 p.m. So those of you who did register for the Nachivuo Water Waste Treatment Plant and Central Labs here in Bugolobi, the transportation will leave at 1, that's in the next 14 minutes, and your lunch will be at the site where you are going. The second trip tomorrow, the set-off time is 7 a.m. That's the Katosi Drinking Water Treatment Plant, and that departure is 7 a.m. tomorrow. Also tomorrow, the LBG water waste treatment and fecal sludge facility, that departure is also 7 a.m. from the hotels, again tomorrow morning. And there's also the source of the Nile and the Simba Hydropower Station group, again departure is at 7 a.m. So those departures will be from your hotels at 7 a.m. And so the only one that is today is the one at the top, on the top left, Nachivubo Water West. That one departures at 1 p.m. And then the second one, source of the Nile and the Simba Hydropower Station, departure at 7 a.m. tomorrow from your hotels. And there is also the Lubiji, yes, and Katosi, again departure is at 7 a.m. from your hotels. Please be on time. All right. I want to now request that we all be upstanding for the anthems. We'll have the anthems in reverse order. The East African anthem and the Uganda national anthem. Anthems, please. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll invite the delegates to depart at leisure, and I'll invite the Honorable Minister and the current President and incoming President. That's the very first photo we are going to have, and the media has asked for that photo. So delegates, as you depart, we'll have a few photos here. I'll just ask the team just hold to set up for the press conference. So I'll invite the Minister and the two Presidents. That's the first photo, all right? And then our next photo will be with the Executive Director, so stand by, Executive Director. So media, that's your first photo. Kampala to Yaoundé, all right? And once again, we want to appreciate our delegates. Please enjoy Kampala. Ask a friend where you can go tonight. I now want to invite the chairman of the National Water Board to join, and Grandford, Anise and David, please join in the photo as the chairman joins. And then I'll invite Anise and David, our principal sponsors. There you go. Honorable Minister, thank you so much, but don't go too far. We are setting up for the conference, Honorable Minister, so as you take some few photos. All right. Honorable Minister, the request of the other sponsors, all the other sponsors, please come. We have sponsors. Honorable Minister, just hold for, if any of the other sponsors are here. Yes, yes. Our sponsors. Starbucks is one of our sponsors, Honorable Minister. They would like a photo. Yes. Starbucks, make sure the president is there, the current president. Yes, there you go. All right. We can now set up for the press conference. Members of the media, you can come to the front. We'll have the minister, our current president and outgoing president. We'll also have Grand Force at the press conference, including the executive director. There you go. So very shortly, the Honorable Minister will be joined by the two presidents and the Executive Director plus Grand Force for a press conference. So Anis and David will decide who sits in the hot seat, all right? We have the 5 chairs. So I'll invite, okay, all right. All right, I'll invite the Honorable Minister to take the middle seat and then invite the two presidents by her side. And then Grand Force has one representative on the hot seat. So Anis and David, you decide who takes the hot seat. And the Executive Director will take the other seat. So Goso, please take the other seat. Our Honorable Minister will be in the middle, surrounded by the two presidents. And then we have the Executive Director and the representative from our principal sponsors, Grand Force. All right, members of the press, there will be a roving microphone for you to ask questions. Please ensure we do this in 10 minutes. The Honorable Minister has to depart in 10 minutes. So members of the media, you only have 10 minutes to do this. Shiba, can we have one roving microphone for the media?
They're coming.